We're jumping over to the WWF, the Wrestling Federation of the World. Tagline was Guts and Glory. This one was also in June. It was June 25th, 1995. They actually had, believe it or not, 16,590 people at this show.
And my God, I bet they all regretted it.
Who the hell paid for this? Just top to bottom, this whole card sucks. And I don't care what way you shape this tournament, every possibility blew ass. There was no positivity to be had about this whole thing. And the main event was not anything that I was like, man, I gotta go see that. I don't know, it was Philly and it was Bam Bam, so I don't know. They were at the Core States Spectrum in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Speaking of Philly, we'll get to that in a little bit. But anyway, at the beginning of the show, they're pimping the director. Kerwin Silfies is in the WWF blimp, and he's flying over the city. How much money do you think they wasted on that piece of crap? Just for,
all of it. Just
for one shot at the beginning of the show. That was it. We never saw it again. Good Lord. Stephanie Wyant starts the show telling, quote, Coliseum home video viewers that, so you know this wasn't like directly from pay-per-view, that for the first time in its entirety, we get to see Savio Vega versus IRS, and I wrote, oh, joy. We get a...
That's right, it was on the free-for-all, right?
Yeah, that pre-show thing they had. It was IRS versus Savio Vega with Razor Ramon in his corner. It was a King of the Ring qualifying match. So, in theory, if Savio Vega won this and then went to the finals, he'd have 4 matches in one night. That's a lot of frickin' Savio on the show. But yeah, so anyway, Vince McMahon says that Razor is Savio's, quote, longtime friend because... apparently, they island hop over there from Cuba to Puerto Rico all the time. I did notice, I don't know how long this happened, but Savio Vega had the initials SV shaved into the back of his head. That was weird.
Yeah, for quite a while.
Ugh, that was weird. Razor's ribs are taped up. They said that he was going to compete, but he was only cleared, quote, for singles action, not for tournament action. So he couldn't compete. These two are trading pins for quite a bit. IRS goes to walk out. Savio throws him back in the ring, hits a spinning wheel kick, and gets the win. That's right, his finisher was a spinning wheel kick. 1.5 Uncle Dave's. Yet again, we get into the actual event. The commentary team is Vince McMahon and Doc Hendricks. Doc is wearing a purple suit. He's super excited for the Kiss My Foot match as well. He's putting it over huge, like it's a big deal. And I know how much I know how much you love the Kiss My Insert Thing Here matches.
Bro, he's going to win and he's going to kiss his ass, bro.
It's always ass or foot. Like, I think that maybe there was a Kiss the Ring match. I don't know. But either way, it's like, those are the two go-tos, foot or ass. I guess that's the worst. I don't know. Todd Pettengill is backstage with Razor Ramon and Savio Vega. Todd finally cut off his stupid-ass mullet. Aw, it's the end of an era. Did you...
Well, it's still 95. Why no mullet?
I don't know. I guess maybe Vince was like, it's getting out of control, pal. Too much party in the back.
We need more business, damn it.
Business in the front and the back. I always give him the business in the back. Sorry, it was right there. But anyway, Savio can hardly be understood in this promo because he's got a thick accent. I guess that was real because according to Jim Cornette, he was an agent in TNA, and everybody said they hated working with him because they couldn't understand what the hell he was saying.
Who booked that crap?
Doc Hendricks, quote, translated for Savio, saying that he said, "This could be my last match. Tell my mother that I love her." Doc was great on this show. First match of the night. Oh boy, it's Yokozuna with Mr. Fuji and Jim Cornette, the aforementioned Jim Cornette. He takes on Savio Vega with Razor Ramon, first round of the King of the Ring tournament. We get a good shot of the Hardy Boys opening the entrance doors. Go back and look. They definitely are the Hardys. Savio carries the Puerto Rican flag and American flags like taped together to the ring for whatever reason. Yoko.
Early Tito Ortiz.
Yeah. Yoko waves the Japanese flag to draw boos because we hate everybody who's not American. They keep showing Owen isn't at the ring because he's taking calls for the 1-900 line while wearing a tuxedo because apparently you got to look sharp to talk on the phone.
Yeah, that's my policy. I'm wearing a suit right now.
I'm wearing my birthday suit right now, but whatever. Man, they make it very clear that
aren't you at work?
you never mind. All right, you mind your own business.
All right, I'm sorry.
Hey, you don't have to be clothed to be on the radio. All right, nobody can see you. I don't know if you know that. Although I have gotten a few calls people asking if I'm in El Nudo, so you know. They make it very clear.
I thought they wanted Menudo.
That too. They're definitely pushing Savio as their, quote, Hispanic star because he's just all over and they're like pumping the hell out of this guy. At one point, Yoko has Savio in a nerve hold and it lasts forever. Savio hits Yoko with a spinning wheel kick. Cornette gets on the apron and gets punched off, taking another good bump. He then stands up and takes Speaking of heel, he takes a very comedic slip on the outside like he slipped on a banana peel. Owen Hart then attacks Razor and then leaves. Yoko runs at Savio. Savio dodges. Yoko runs into the steel steps. Savio rolls in to break the count. He wins. I gave it 1 Uncle Dave. This match sucked. Just all kind of bad. We then go back. And then go backstage to this. Jerry Lawler is in his locker room. He's wearing a nasty-looking sock with holes in it and stains. And he acts like he's getting choked out from the smell, and he's like spraying perfume all over. Lawler then says his foot is stinking, and he's getting ready for the Kiss My Foot match. Yay!
Fuck this crap.
Oh man, I don't know. This is how they would have done it in Memphis. We then go to the next match in this star-studded tournament. It's the Roadie with Jeff Jarrett taking on Bob Sparkplug Holly.
Hell yeah.
First round of this King of the Ring tournament. Gosh. Jarrett is wearing cow print pants, a shiny red vest, and a cow print band on his cowboy hat. He just looks so fancy. They show that the Roadie had to cheat to beat Doink, and Holly had to beat Mantar to make it in the tournament. I said Mantar.
The great Mantar.
Oh, yeah. Holly nearly does a Bo Dazzler on Roadie to start the match. Holly then goes for a pin. It goes for pin after pin on Roadie, trying to end it quick. Holly jumps up for a Hurricane Rana, but Roadie powerbombs him and then gyrates. Lots of that in this match. Later in the match, Roadie struts and then does some weird-ass 90s dancing. It's just freaking weird. He does look like he was dancing to Good Vibrations by Marky Mark or something. He does this a few more times in the match. Roadie's feet are towards the corner. Holly leaps off and gets a boot in the face, flopping over onto his back. Roadie then lays back on him, and Holly actually kicks out before 3, but the ref counts 3, so the Roadie wins. Yes, Roadie wins by getting his boot up into Holly's face as he jumps off the ropes. That's a finish, people. 1.5 Uncle Daves. Again, this match sucked. Todd Pettengill interviews Shawn Michaels backstage, and Shawn says that...
The mulletless Pettengill, I gotta say.
Yeah. Well, Sean's still kind of rocking his, so it's all good. We get a half a mullet in this. But he interviews Shawn Michaels backstage, and Shawn says that no one can withstand the super kick of the Heartbreak Kid. Apparently, he just started doing this as a finisher around this time. Next match. This one actually had a main eventer and somebody else in it. Kama with Ted DiBiase versus Shawn
Obviously
Michaels.
the main eventer.
Right, yeah, exactly. He'll go on to do, fantastic things. Main event, huge pay-per-views. Huge! But he is facing Shawn Michaels, first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Shawn Michaels' music randomly starts during the guitar solo for this one. Did you notice that?
I did, yeah.
Freaking weird. But his interview must have been pre-recorded or something because he no longer is wearing his ball cap that he was wearing earlier, and he's not wearing his sunglasses. Instead, he's wearing a generic King of the Ring hat. Either that or he just decided to change right before walking out, which is weird. Again, I had to make mention of this one. Tim White is a referee. That's not wise.
That's not wise.
Mr. White, that's not wise. Don't get super kicked on purpose. Two middle-aged guys in Hawaiian shirts are in the front row. One is wearing a white cowboy hat. I think these are the ECW guys, if I'm not mistaken.
If the other one's a straw hat, it is.
It might have been a straw hat, not a cowboy hat. I couldn't tell because of his distance, but yeah. Yeah, because they get super into a chant later on in the night that we will get to. Kama is supposed to be the, quote, supreme fighting machine, but yet somehow Shawn Michaels is dodging all of his jabs, and then he jabs him a couple times. Smokin' Joe Frazier is shown in the crowd. He looks confused. At one point, Kama dominates and then holds Shawn Michaels in a backbreaker hold for what seems like forever. Shawn's ass is nearly popping out because in 95 and 96, you had to get a ton of Shawn Michaels' ass on the camera. Even before then, every once in a while, got to get some ass in there. Shawn gets Kama in a sunset flip, and the ref only gets to 2 before the time limit expires. Now both men are eliminated. Shawn looks right towards the camera and yells, "Bull excrement," but, starts with an S. And it's like really pronounced. You could tell he did it on purpose. Kama then attacks him. Shawn slides under Kama, stands up, drops him with a super kick. I gave this one 2 1/4 Uncle Dave's. It was okay. They then show what's called the Stridex Indoor Airship, which is a tiny blimp with a camera in it flying around the crowd. Yay. They should bring that back.
That was a money idea.
Oh, yeah, they need to bring it back. Like, you know how, over a blimp would be in 2019, dude? Like, come on.
No, only the person that came out of the blimp would be over.
No, it's not a box, mother effer. Gotta come out of the box, come out of the blimp, you're not over. Mother effer. But here we go. This, I don't know if words can really describe this one, but I'm going to try. Bob Backlund is shown, quote, campaigning on the streets of Philadelphia, talking crap about everyone. He opens a cheesesteak, saying that it needs a carrot in there to make everyone healthier. He's then shown riding around in the back of a horse-drawn carriage, saying that he feels like George Washington. Like, what the F was going on?
Is he wearing a bow tie?
I don't know. Is the Pope Catholic? Is Jesus the King of Jews? Like, this whole segment is really awkward and has a lot of really bad acting and awkward silences in it. Like, they open up the shot and Backlund just stares at the camera for a good 10 seconds before saying anything. They then go back to commentary where Backlund gets bashed in English, Spanish, and French by all the commentators in order. Even Vince McMahon looks like, well, that was crap on a stick. Speaking of crap on a stick, Mabel with Mo.
Oh, man.
He takes on The Undertaker with Paul Bearer. first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Now, Greg, when I say Mabel versus The Undertaker, who would you think wins this encounter here?
All of us.
Oh, well, of course. But I'm logically speaking.
The Undertaker.
Well, of course. But, well, let's get into it. Just so all of you know, this match sucked so bad, I mostly made comments on the hilarious commentary. Doc Hendricks, as they're coming out to the ring, says, "Doesn't Mo look good?" Vince says, "Mo?" And Doc says, "Mo looks good." And Vince says, "I see." Like, what? Okay. Mo actually looks like a Baptist preacher here. When the gong goes off for The Undertaker's entrance, Vince McMahon orgasms and he yells, "Oh my goodness!"
You would too if that was your money.
Yeah. He said, like, this was a precursor to, "Oh my!" And we know how much money that is. Weird wind sound effects are playing over The Undertaker's theme here. I don't know who is controlling the music for this event, but they shouldn't ever control the music ever again. Vince says, "It appears like The Undertaker is 10 feet tall." And then he says, "It's almost as if he's not even walking, like The Undertaker's just floating to the ring." Even though he's clearly walking. Like, you can see his legs moving. He's on the ground. I don't know what point he was trying to make here. But some weird goth people are in the front row looking like they should be in the Addams Family. And they were apparently, quote-unquote, The Undertaker's fans that follow him around. Do you remember this crap?
I do. I just forget the payoff at the top at the moment.
Was there a payoff?
I don't know. Maybe there wasn't. That's why I don't remember it.
I thought it was just a thing. But yeah, it takes 4 Undertaker clotheslines to finally get Mabel off his feet. He dominates Mabel for a while. Mabel goes for a sidewalk slam, but Taker doesn't go down. He basically just or he doesn't go up. Excuse me. He basically just lays down. It's really bad. He only gets a 2 count. Both men fight back and forth. Taker falls outside, and his leg gets tied up in the ropes. This spot went on forever. Mabel beats him up. He hits a huge belly-to-belly on Undertaker. This time, Taker actually goes up really high for this belly-to-belly and sells it well. Mabel locks in the camel clutch, and he actually just sits full weight on the Undertaker's lower back. I thought the Undertaker was going to spew chunks. The crowd chants, "Rest in peace," and Paul Bearer is like, "Oh, yes!" And looks like he's about to just blow in his pants. It was weird. Mabel sits on the Undertaker's chest and stomach to pin him at one point. I'm shocked that Taker didn't puke yet again. Mabel uses a pile driver on the Undertaker. Mike Chioda's count is really fast. Like he was doing maybe he should have given pointers to what's the mustache?
Nick Patrick.
Yeah, Nick Patrick. I'll call him the mustache. Taker gets thrown into the ref, bumping him. He hits a choke slam on Mabel, punches Mo off the apron, and then Kama runs in and nails the Undertaker. Mabel then hits a big leg drop and pins Taker for the win. Mabel leaves and Kama starts slapping the Undertaker, which wakes him up. Kama takes off, talking trash the whole time while the Undertaker follows him up the ramp. Conclusion, I feel like this one went on way too long. I don't know who the hell wants to see a Mabel match go more than 5 minutes. 1 1/4 Uncle Dave. This continues the trend of suck-ass matches on this show. This, not good, bad.
Bad.
Not big league. Next, they show, I guess, back then, they used to induct people into the Hall of Fame at this time. It's kind of a weird class. They got Pedro Morales, Grand Wizard Antonio Rocca, the Fabulous Moolah, Georgie Animal Steel, Big Cat Ernie Ladd, and Ivan Putski as the inductees. And it used to be a banquet full of marks. So...
with the look.
Yeah, they all came to get their autographs from their favorite superstars while they wore tuxes. Now they split all that crap up, so the marks are far away from all the wrestlers. Next up, we get more Savio. That's what everybody wants. Savio Vega with Razor Ramon versus the
Hell yeah.
He takes on the Roadie with Jeff Jarrett. Second round of the King of the Ring tournament. Yay. During the pre-match interviews with Todd Pettengill, Jeff Jarrett actually calls the Roadie Road Dog. I guess this is the first instance of that. This match is beyond sloppy with plenty of botches. It starts with a failed scoop slam into a small package, a missed knee to the gut, then a nasty-looking swinging neck breaker that looked like it actually hurt Savio. Double J trips Vega at one point. Vega throws Roadie towards Jarrett on the apron. Roadie stops. Vega knees him in the back into Jarrett, and then does a roll-up on Roadie for the 3 count. Conclusion, these two were not a good combination. 1 1/4 Uncle Dave. Another crap-ass match. After the match, Carlos
Cabrera. A trend here.
Yeah, right? I don't think it's going to get any better. After the match, Carlos Cabrera interviews Savio Vega in Spanish. Doc Hendricks says he's going to translate, claiming that Savio is saying, "I don't know how I got here. I'll never be able to beat Mabel. There's no way. I feel so fortunate, but Mabel's going to wipe the ring with me. I'm going to quit stealing hubcaps." Hendricks says, Carlos says he might as well quit now, and he says he's contemplating that. What the hell?
Wow.
This was great. They show Bret Hart backstage in a pre-recorded promo. He calls Lawler Jerry the slime ball Lawler. That rolls off the tongue. He says that he's been training hard so that he won't make any mistakes this time, and he says that he feels that losing to Lawler at In Your House, he let his fans down. Now he's looking for redemption. And what better way than in a Kiss My Foot match? Ugh. Well, let's get to it. The infamous Kiss My Foot match. Stephanie Wyand interviews Lawler in the entryway, and everyone's acting like they can smell Lawler's feet through his boots. It's really weird. Once in the ring, Lawler grabs the mic and says that after Bret's done kissing his feet, he's going through the crowd so that all the fans can kiss his feet too. Lawler's mullet is in full Tennessee redneck form at this point.
Hell yes.
It was rocking hard. As Bret's coming out, tons of pyro shoots off for him. It's like a metric ass ton. This becomes every single Bret Hart versus Jerry Lawler match as Lawler begs off. Bret punches the hell out of him for a while. Lawler gets some cheap offense, and blah, blah, blah. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, it gets weird when, first of all, Lawler hits like 2 pile drivers on him in a row and doesn't pin him. Looks like an idiot. And then Bret kicks out finally after the second one, and then no-sells the hell out of 2 pile drivers in a row. What the hell is going on here? Yeah, Bret...
Superman.
Yeah, basically. He's the Canadian Superman. Lawler takes off his frickin' boot to show that nasty-ass sock that's all brown and black. Bret gets back in, and Lawler smacks him with the boot and then pins him. Vince says about Bret, his career is coming to an end. Why? If he loses a Kiss My Foot match, he like has to retire? I don't get it. Oh, good Lord. Well, what?
Well, it's either retire or kiss his foot, so...
Or both. I don't know. He tries to shove the nasty-ass foot in Bret's face. Bret catches it and drops him. This was gross. Finally, Hakushi... first they show... I always mention the fans. There's a nerdy-looking albino in his mid-30s, and he's with his grandmother. They're both in the front row. They look super bored.
I'll listen to your review.
Yeah. Hakushi and Shinja run out because that's what we needed on this show. King holds Bret his arms back, and Hakushi goes to hit him. Bret moves. Hakushi nails Lawler. Who saw that one coming? Bret gets the upper hand, locks in the sharpshooter. Finally, Lawler taps out. He won't break the hold until the referee counts to 4, and then Hakushi distracts Hart Lawler holds his arms back. Hakushi goes to springboard. Brett moves again, and Hakushi shoulder blocks Lawler. Twice in one match. Brett then beats up Hakushi and shoves his freaking toes right in Lawler's mouth for a long time. It was gross. He then pulls Lawler's leg up and makes Lawler kiss his own foot. Lawler looks like he's going to vomit. Well, my conclusion, I said, while these matches are always predictable, they're great workers, these matches are always gross. The kiss my whatever matches. I actually gave it 2.5 Uncle Dave's. It was one of the better matches on the show, even though it had a really stupid stipulation to it. Oh, man, this one right here, man. It's for the King of the Ring. It's Mabel with Mo versus Savio Vega and Razor Ramon. You know, Mabel only had one match this night before this. Savio's had 3. Mabel looked like he'd had 5 matches before this.
Yep.
Oh, and here we go. I said, Mabel looks like he's got the weirdest, like the weakest looking bear hug in history on Vega. It lasts forever. They break at one point. Vega gets whipped into the corner, and it's right back into that damn bear hug. Eventually, they work into a grounded headlock. It lasts forever as well. The crowd starts loudly chanting EC Dub, EC Dub. The straw hat guy and the Hawaiian shirt guy in the front row stand up and lead the chant. Go figure. Vince stupidly yells, "Listen to this capacity crowd!" And then I think he finally realized what the hell they were saying. This was fun. Vega goes for a crossbody but gets caught with a front slam. That only gets a 2 count. Mabel nails a big splash, gets the win. Yay. Conclusion.
Thus launching the amazing career of Mabel.
Hell yeah. Big Daddy V, baby. Conclusion, I said, has there ever been a weaker King of the Ring finals? I don't think so. Most of this tournament was weak and sucked. It is amazing, however, how Savio Vega was going nowhere as Kwang, and within 2 months, he's heavily featured, winning 3 matches in one night. I gave this 1 Uncle Dave. This was like so damn boring. Razor comes in to check on Savio, and then Mo starts trash-talking him. Razor punches him and then starts punching away at Mabel. Mo nails him from behind, then Mabel slams him. Mabel goes up to the second rope and comes off with an elbow drop. And then all of a sudden, the 1-2-3 Kid gets in. He spin kicks Mo. He starts beating up on Mabel. Mo jumps him from behind, drops him. And Mabel is about to land on top of him, but the refs stop him. The crowd boos this. Why? Why did they boo stopping Mabel from crushing the Kid?
Not sure.
It didn't make any sense to me. They're smart marks, I guess. But even as smart marks, why would you like Mabel?
Because.
So many questions. Todd Pettengill goes up to introduce King Mabel, but Mo chases him off, saying, "I got this." He then puts the cape on Mabel and hands him his sword. While Mo is reading the King's Proclamation, people literally throw garbage at them. Someone chucks a pop or a beer, and he nails Mabel right in the freaking head.
Wow.
This segment goes on forever. Even commentary craps on it, because it just, like, holy crap. Garbage just keeps raining. Security is trying to catch everyone, but there's just too many. Once Mo is done, Razor and Kid try to rush the stage, but they get stopped by the refs. Mo tells everyone to bow down and show respect. This is mercifully over. But then we go from that makes me want to throw up to this that literally makes me want to throw up. Lawler is shown in the bathroom, puking in the sink, washing his mouth out and brushing his teeth. They zoom in on the puke repeatedly. I had to fast forward. This was disgusting. I'm like, why?
Ratings. Buys.
Everyone wants to see puke. What would have been funny is if he would have done, like, if Vince would have done, he's gonna puke. That would have been great. Anyway.
Sure.
Yeah. Stephanie Wyand is backstage with Ted DiBiase, Psycho Sid, and Tatanka. Sid talks about destroying Diesel's elbow, and they show Diesel repeatedly landing on it at In Your House. Tatanka rubs it in that Bam Bam was fired from the $1 Million Corporation. And then after Sid and Tatanka's entrance, they show a pre-recorded interview with Diesel and Bam Bam Bigelow. Diesel calls Tatanka Pocahontas. Not even the same gender.
At all.
Yeah, not racist, or nothing, and it's like not even the same freaking gender. Like couldn't call him like I don't know, Geronimo or something. Anyway, this is your main event, ladies and gentlemen. Tatanka and Psycho Sid versus Bam Bam Bigelow and Diesel. Bam Bam Bigelow's got a new, more upbeat theme, and he's wearing a flame jacket with wristbands that shoot flames. This is what you were talking about before. They updated his pajamas. When he gets in the ring, flames blow up behind him. He does like a little dance. I actually have a Jax figure of this Diesel in this attire.
Of course you do.
Yep. Got to get the mention in there. When Diesel comes out, truck horns randomly blow when he's halfway down to the ring. Again, what the hell are they doing in the production truck? Vince says that Diesel is the, quote, leader of the new WWF generation. Sure. The heels try to jump the baby faces and fail. Doc Hendricks says at one point, that's a good idea. All I could think of was freaking Bruce. Hey, I got an idea. Right off the bat, Sid drives Diesel's bad elbow in the ring post, so the heels work the arm the whole match. Kind of saw where that was going. Bam Bam beats up Sid. Hits a diving headbutt. DiBiase distracts the ref. Sid's able to kick out and take control. The heels are in control for quite a while. The crowd is flipping dead. Like, just dead. When Diesel gets the hot tag, it sounds like maybe 10 people cheered. And there's 16,000 in the crowd. So, yeah. You could hear a mouse fart during this match. They start to come alive a tad when Tatanka takes over on Bam Bam, which is weird. Bam Bam hits Tatanka with a flipping senton and lands on his damn neck. You can tell he was feeling that one. When Diesel gets in, it signals for the jackknife. The crowd starts getting a little more into the match. He hits the jackknife on Tatanka and pulls him up before the ref counts 3. And then Diesel tells Sid that he wants him, but Sid says, you don't want me, and he leaves. On his way out, the crowd pelts him with garbage. So, Philly strikes again. Diesel finally pins Tatanka for the win. As the baby faces celebrate their win, a ton of sparks and pyro goes off, because why not? Conclusion, the dead crowd during this main event really killed, like, the feelings for me. I just couldn't give a crap less. 2 Uncle Daves. Yeah.
Too many.
Yeah, it was okay, but this was not a main event. Just, like, this whole show was just so bad. This was a freaking slog. This was like a time where I wish I could, like, watch and fast forward. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, the WWE Network doesn't have that feature. Ugh.
So, you get to have fun at least and watch it all.
Oh yeah, I can see all of this crap. Anyway, that was that. Just bad. More bad. Tons of bad. There was no, like, bright light on that show. The Kiss My Foot match was like... This is bad when you can say the Kiss My Foot match was the best thing on that damn show.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah. Well, I have not looked at the card.
I feel like the next pay-per-view is going to be even worse, though.
Is it? I just... I don't know what I'm in for,